Thank you so much. I hope you can see my screen very well.
Yes, we can.
Okay. I'm presenting this on behalf of my Vice Chancellor, Professor Israel Kafeero. And as you rightly said, I attended the AHSRA conference last year. I'm happy to be here again, though online this time. And so I begin with the introduction. The integration of artificial intelligence in education grows rapidly as students use AI tools for research, content generation, and assignment preparation. AI reshapes how students engage with academic and personal lives and transforms educational practices while driving pedagogical innovations. AI also shapes digital experiences while providing both developmental opportunities and risks related to privacy and psychological well-being. Yet the impact of AI use on learning processes remain underexplored. Although AI supports personalized learning, mental health, and improved communication, it raises concerns regarding digital fatigue, loneliness, techno stress, and the reduced face-to-face interaction. Furthermore, over-reliance on AI may diminish interpersonal skills and emotional intelligence, leading to social isolation and anxiety. It is also argued that while AI-generated evaluation offers expansive contextual feedback, human evaluators maintain superior precision and rubric alignment. Klimova and Pickard calls for hybrid assessment framework that leverages the complementary strength of both AI systems and the human assessment, and advocates for further empirical studies to comprehensively understand these dynamics. And so this study sought to establish the correlation between artificial intelligence, critical thinking, and the students' emotional intelligence at Bugema University in Uganda, guided by 6 research questions. We are going to see these questions as I will be presenting the results. Design. The study employed the descriptive correlation design, which provides ability for researchers to describe the respondents' demographics while showing trends in artificial intelligence, emotional intelligence, and the critical thinking among the respondents. The correlation aspect established the existing relationship between the variables under investigation. Population and sampling. The study took place at Arua Study Center of Bugema University in Uganda with a total enrollment of 314 students. The researchers targeted 25% of the total population, that is 79, at the sample size. An online questionnaire was distributed to students via their official WhatsApp group, and hard copy were also provided to a few students who preferred to use the paper-based format. The first 79 students who completed questionnaires were eligible respondents. 12 questionnaires were invalid due to incomplete and inconsistent responses. Consequently, the final sample comprised 67 valid responses, representing 84.8% response rate. Validity, content validity was ensured through systematic process. The questionnaire items were developed based on extensive literature review. The reliability was tested using the Cronbach's alpha through SPSS, and all the variables scored above 0.7, meaning that the questionnaire was reliable for data collection. Data analysis took place through descriptive statistics and inferential statistics, as we shall see in the findings section. The university provided permission for the study to be conducted, and respondents gave a consent to participate in the study. The researchers respected the freedom of respondents to participate or withdraw at any stage of data collection, and anonymity and confidentiality were ensured, and respondents did not expose their names when they were filling the questionnaires. The findings. Let's start with the first research question, which says, what is the extent of students' utilization of artificial intelligence tools in supporting their academic learning? As we can see in table 2, it shows the extent to which students utilized artificial intelligence tools in supporting their academic activities. And the interpretation is shown below there. You can see in most cases, there is high utilization, and only 2 items scored moderate utilization, which means artificial intelligence was highly applicable in academic issues by the students. Students generally demonstrated a high level of artificial intelligence utilization with an overall mean score of 3.6. An overall standard deviation value ranging from 0.88 to 1.33 indicates moderate to high variability in the responses. Students utilized AI tools at a high level in their academic learning, particularly in answering questions, completing assignments, and supporting research. Moderate utilization was observed in grammar and similarity check, showing that students used AI tools responsibly to ensure correct grammar and avoid plagiarism. Research number 2, question number 2. Is there a significant difference between students' level of knowledge and their attitude toward the use of artificial intelligence tools in their academic learning? To address this research question, the following null hypothesis was developed. There is no significant difference between students' level of knowledge and their attitude toward the use of artificial intelligence tools in academic learning. As you can see in table 2, knowledge scored 3.2 mean score, while attitude scored 3.7 mean score, which means the attitude were scored higher than the knowledge on the use of artificial intelligence. And table 3 shows the paired sample t-test, which brings the significant level of 0.01, which is lesser than the critical value, meaning that attitude was scored higher than knowledge, and therefore the null hypothesis was rejected. Research question number 3. To what extent does knowledge and attitude predict the application of artificial intelligence? This research question called for testing of the following null hypothesis, which says knowledge and the attitude do not significantly predict the application of artificial intelligence as observed in table 5 to 8. In table 4, as you can see below, the model yielded a correlational coefficients, that's AHSRA of 0.377, indicating a moderate positive relationship between the predictor and application of AI. The R-square value of 0.142 suggests that 14.2% of the variance in AI application is explained by the predictor variable in the model, while the remaining 85.8% can be explained by other variables outside this study. In table 5, the overall significance of the regression model shows that the model is significant with the F1.44, and as you can see in the next table, the p-value is lesser than 0.05, which means that the null hypothesis needs to be rejected. And this implies that students with a higher positive attitude are more likely to apply AI tools in their academic activities. Research question number 4. What is the level of students' critical thinking? In table 7, the overall mean score of 3.9 indicates that students demonstrated a high level of critical thinking. The mean score interpretation appears below. And therefore, we can see that the students' critical thinking was also high. As you can see, it ranges from 3.4 to 4.09, with the overall mean score of 3.9530. The next research question, what is the level of students' emotional intelligence? As you can see in table 8, the level of artificial intelligence also ranged from 3.5 to 4.2, which also means that it was high. The last research question now says, is there a significant relationship between artificial intelligence application, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence? As reflected in table 9, this research question called for testing of the following null hypothesis using Pearson product moment correlation coefficient. There is no significant relationship between artificial intelligence application, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence. As you can see in this table, there is an existing relationship between artificial intelligence application and the critical thinking, which means the more students use artificial intelligence, their critical thinking improves. There is also a positive, significant relationship between critical thinking and emotional intelligence, which means the more emotional intelligence, the more critical thinking of students. Let me now come to conclusions and the recommendations. Based on the findings, the study concludes that students demonstrated a high level of critical thinking, emotional intelligence, and high artificial intelligence utilization. AI was mainly used for answering questions, completing assignments, and supporting research, while grammar and similarity checks were used less frequently. Students' attitude towards AI were significantly higher than their AI knowledge, while positive attitude toward AI were associated with greater AI utilization. AI utilization was significantly related to both the critical thinking and emotional intelligence. The study therefore recommends that Bugema University enhances students' AI knowledge and promote a positive attitude toward maximized, attitude in order to maximize the academic benefit of artificial intelligence. Thank you so much for listening, and this is the end of my presentation.